Taranda versus Nemzi.
Let's have some fun!
Alone give me strength.
Well, I definitely keep Raza. I don't think either of these 4-drops are worth the keep, though. One, 3, coin 5 into 5. Okay, that might be better than a coin 5, especially if I don't pick up the dragon for operative. So, what do you say, deck? How about a Prince Keleseth this turn? Well, that's just unlucky. I could coin 3 into 3, but how likely is he to even have a thing for this? And I probably want to hold it for Mountain Giant. I guess I could still coin 3, and then I just don't have to play anything next turn. I have a 4-5 curve, so I don't necessarily need the coin. Let's just beat him up. OP 2 face damage. Well, there's the payoff of coining the 3-drop. Who do I want to buff? Does it really matter? Could be a Hellfire next turn. All of my stuff is weak to Hellfire. Maybe I buff Patches, put it up to 5, and then for a Defile I have 3, 4, 5. That seems kind of bad. Probably rather have 2, 3, 4, 6. Maybe not. I guess I'm just going to buff the Captain because he's the largest. And right now he's probably the best target for an unupgraded Spellstone. Okay, that's a Twilight Acolyte. Or a Twilight Drake. No, I think it's a Twilight Acolyte. I could even kill that, but I probably just want to hit him in the face. Do I open myself up to any weird Defile stuff here? It's probably kind of awkward for him. And even if he has it, I can just continue playing big stuff next turn. Blood Mage Thalnos, okay. So Defile does 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he can bump with Mountain Giant, so he can clear my board here. But it clears his board also. Okay. Is that right? I think he could have taken 1 more damage on his guy, and then drawn a card off the coil. I feel like drawing cards is pretty good. Let's just get Raza down, though. In theory, if this Raza connects, I set him to 3, and Kazakus for a 1-mana potion could be lethal. But he's at 16 and has a Void Lord in play. Unlucky. Light Warden. Kazakus might be nice if I can hit a Polymorph potion. But it is random, so I might just Polymorph that 2-3 on his side of the board. Probably just want to go for Draconid Operative. Well, the Skull is not very good unless I get demons off Kazakus. And I don't really want to heal him, so I guess I take the one that does damage. Oh shit, I can play Light Warden. Spellstone and Faceless. Happy to see both of those go down. I can clear with Hellfire here, but it clears my guy too. I don't love that. Could bump in and then Shroom Brewer my Raza. Or he could just heal it up to a 5-3. Doesn't seem like that actually protects it from that much. Let's just play some stuff. Make some Void Walkers, heal up our guy. If he really wants to, he can send 3 Void Walkers into my Raza now, but whatever. Okay. Wait, what? Was that the best way to trade? That was so greedy. Well, I can heal this. Hellfire. Heal it again and set him to 2. And then I can Kazakus Potion for lethal next turn, even if he plays a Void Lord. If he just plays Void Lord, then damage from Kazakus and Polymorph Potion are both lethal.
Side effects? No. Trust me.
Okay.
Impressive. You win this time.
Alright.
Taranda versus Maiev.
None can escape my fury. Alone give me strength.
I don't think I can keep the elixir. It's just not likely enough that Keleseth survives the turn. Well, looks like I got the elixir anyway. Lifesteal? This might be a lifesteal matchup. Well, patches is not what I wanted. I guess I can combo it with the elixir though.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Oh my god, if I had the patches in my deck, it would be so good. Well, my captain still puts in work here. Guy just went face. Is this even a punish? He can just dagger into it, but then he kind of has to dagger on turn 4, which is not great for him. Alternatively, I could like play this. I guess this also leaves me with a 4-1, huh? This leaves me with a 4-4 and a 4-1. This doesn't really do a whole lot. It's kind of big, but doesn't do a whole lot. I can also just hero power and play patches, but that's not very good, is it? And if he's daggering the 4-1, that means he can't SI dagger into the 4-4. It'd be a sick fan of knives, though. Alright. Let's make a 7-5. And then I can do this and heal up my boy. Looks like a Vile Spine, probably. I can elixir my guy. Then I'll have what? Oh, okay. So he still has the Swashbuckler in his hand, so he can definitely combo that guy next turn. So I guess there's not much point in making one big guy. I'll just play a couple medium-sized guys. If he plays the Vile Spine Slayer here, I can just slam Velen next turn. So I know his hand is a 0-mana Swashbuckler, 3-mana Vile Spine Slayer, and I think there's a Priest card in there. Maybe even 2 Priest cards. Captain Vile Spine, sure. Pretty expected. He didn't want to play the Swashbuckler there. Does that suggest to me that he has another Vile Spine Slayer? Because that would really suck. Could just suggest like Elven Minstrel or something. Could suggest a Bonemare, wants to guarantee he has a target. I'm just gonna play Velen, whatever. I guess if he has the other Vile Spine, good for him. He played that way too quick. Okay, it was just an Elven Minstrel. Okay. Well, Primordial Drake is quite good here. Could also go for these two things. That also puts a lot of stats on the board, actually. This guy's not buffed by Keleseth. This is actually way more stats.
I wonder.
Either way, I have to hit in here. I guess I don't have to. If I play Drake, I could just push face. Actually, with either of these, I could just push face. I think I like the two smaller guys, actually. Definitely Elven Minstrel. So I've seen one Shadow Step, that's a big punish for leaving this up. I guess this just lets him kill these guys. Let's just play for board. It's not like I really have any burst damage. Onto the Vile Spine. Sure. Still ahead on board here. Alright, so I just play Anduin, I think. Can I play Creeper this turn? 2, 3, 4 deaths. Unlucky.
The light has betrayed me.
Had to leave my Glimmerroot on 1 health, but I've got a taunt in the way, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. And the Rubian Unraveler. So I can go for double 4-drop, hero power, trade, hit, and corridor creeper. Okay.
Smart moves. I can see.
Yeah, he was pretty dead there. He didn't even know about the 6-6. Honestly, I think a 3-6 might have been good enough there.
Taranda versus Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine.
Elune, give me strength.
Don't think I want any of this stuff. This is pretty much the matchup that Mass Dispel is in the deck for. But I don't think I can keep it without a curve. Maybe if I was on the coin and had like Cleric, Keleseth, Captain or something. But without a strong curve, I don't think I can keep it. Three, 4, 5. Or more likely 3, 4, 5. Well, I'm not proud of this. If Patches didn't have charge there, he could have Mortal Coiled it and protected his 2-1. Stone Tusk Boar OP. Oh, he's Zoo. Well. That's scary. But I do have Kazakas for a potential AoE. And he has nothing here, which is good. Hope he has Soulfire. Okay. Serenite Chaingang's a really good follow-up to that guy, so I guess I'm happy he discarded it. Corridor Creeper is definitely going to be 0 mana soon, but it's big enough to directly contest this. But, like, I can play Kazakus here, he buffs this a couple times up to a 3-5, sends it into Kazakus, then I can clear with Duskbreaker. And then play a 0 mana Corridor Creeper at the same time. I think that's better. Could have also just played OoCAAA here, I guess. But Kazakus Potion is nice to have. These aren't great though, it's like a 5-5. Could take the Sheep for maybe like a Bonemare minion or something. But I think the 5 damage is usually going to clear about the same stuff. And I can aim it at his face, and I don't have to worry about a 1-1 being left over, and it's not random. So I think deal 5 damage is just better. So do I want to go for Duskbreaker here? Oh, I can also just play Firelands Portal, right? Probably Firelands Portal. But if I play Duskbreaker, let's see, I'll have a 5-5 and a 3-1 versus a 5-5 and a 3-3. But Duskbreaker just keeps getting better. The benefit of playing Duskbreaker now is that I can actually play the Cobalt Scalebane soon. But I think this is just too good. Like, I'm tilted if my opponent plays Primordial Glyph on turn 2 and then Firelands Portals me on turn 5. So if I get to play a 3-3 on turn 4 and then Firelands Portal him on the following turn, I guess that's good, right? So I probably don't want to play Cabal Talon Priest here, because then I don't really have a good way to spend my mana. I think what I want to do is heal this guy, bump in, and then Shroom Brewer it back up to a 5-5. Duskbreaker doesn't seem good here, OoCAAA doesn't seem good. If I play Shroom Brewer, I do lose out on the OoCAAA Brewer combo. But I think this looks pretty good. Oh yeah, and that. I'd say that was a pretty strong turn. Given that my guy should have just traded with his guy, I kinda ended up getting a 4-4 and 2 5-5s for 6 mana. Double Spellbreaker. Spellbreaker is not very good against my deck unless it hits Twilight Drake, so I guess I'm not, like, thrilled to see that, but it's not terrible either. I think OoCAAA seems pretty good here. Kill that Doomguard. Trade there, hit him for 5. Do I want to just play out a Bloodsail Corsair? Is there any reason to play it or to not play it? Playing it's kind of bad if I have to play Duskbreaker next turn, but what situation do I ever have to play Duskbreaker? And even then it can help me deal 1 damage to a 4 health minion or something. I do still have Captain in the deck, I think I just play it. It's also okay to have in hand to give Twilight Drake +1 health, but whatever. Glacial Shard, okay. I was wondering what he pointed at my guy. So the first thing I see is Shroom Brewer into the 2-4, send the Pirate into the 6-6, Hero Power the 6-5, and then Duskbreaker. Wait, do I have Lethal? Lethal would be Pirate into the Taunt, Duskbreaker, and then I can do 9 face damage, so not quite lethal. So yeah, probably looking at a board clear here. Instead of sending the 4-3 into the Taunt, I could Talon Priest it and then play Duskbreaker. But then I still have to end up trading it off into the Councilman, so that seems shitty. I think I like this line. I still end up with a pretty sizable board. I do have a pretty small hand for this Twilight Drake, so I guess I'm just hoping I win before I have to play a 4-mana 4-4. Nice. Duskbreaker is a hell of a card.